All right, folks, we are live on YouTube and we're going to be live in Clubhouse in just a second. But welcome, everyone. This is going to be an awesome stream. All right. I see we've already have 4 people watching us. This is incredibly awesome. On YouTube, if you're here, feel free to say hi in chat. We're going to be having chats go on throughout the presentation. We've got a lot to go through today, and we're going to have some fun. So, it's going to be great. So, let's go ahead and see what we're doing here. And once we get Clubhouse going, then we should be ready to go ahead with this thing. All right. So,
we are on Clubhouse, and I'm going to fade this music out.
all right, chat's working. Clubhouse is on the way.
Clubhouse is here.
Clubhouse is here. All right.
Yes.
All right, are we ready to get this thing going, Michael?
I am.
All right, is anyone in Clubhouse right now?
Tyson is here.
Okay. Again, what we'll do is we're going to
see
take...
if Tyson can hear you.
Yeah, let me
Tyson,
make sure.
Can you let me know if you hear Taylor?
I'm testing. Sorry, y'all,
Perfect.
we're just getting some things figured out here.
I love audio interfaces. All right, I'm going to go ahead and if you have any questions, Tyson, feel free to ask, and I can relay those because she can't hear you right now because she's live streaming on YouTube as well.
Yep, we're doing a simul broadcast. So.
Alrighty, Taylor, you're good to go.
All right, y'all, let's do this thing. So, welcome, everyone. Welcome to an awesome Taylor's Tech Talks episode. We are going to be doing some crazy things today. We've got a lot to talk about, and it's going to be an awesome episode. So, before we get started, I want to introduce a couple people, at least one in particular right now, and then there'll be one maybe joining us later. Michael Babcock is our awesome stream master. At least that's just the title I just came up with just about 5 seconds ago. And Michael, by the way, your sound in Zoom is a little bit low.
Yeah, I figured it's a little low in Zoom, but thank you.
Yeah, so Michael is running our Clubhouse. We're doing a broadcast on Clubhouse live. So we are doing a YouTube broadcast as well as a Clubhouse broadcast. And Michael is running the Clubhouse broadcast. So, hey, Michael, how are you?
I am doing good. Taylor, and yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing really good. Today's going to be an awesome day. We're launching some stuff, and it's going to be pretty awesome. So, yeah, I'm really excited, and I am super excited to tell y'all what we've been doing because it's been pretty crazy around here, as you probably have seen. But, yeah, it's going to be a pretty great. So I'm glad that you're doing well, and we'll hear from Michael probably a bit later in the stream. More about a couple other things, but let's see. So I've got an outline. Like, that's just how much stuff we have to talk about today. Normally I do not outline anything, but I have got so much stuff we have to do that I figured we might as well outline it. So if you're new to Taylor's Tech Talks, welcome. My name is Taylor, and I produce videos about tech and other related topics. I also own Taylor's Accessible Branding Solutions, LLC, aka Taylor's Accessibility Services, LLC. We just rebranded ourselves. We do website development, design, marketing, branding, and help you guys to get online for the first time or to help you revamp your existing web presence. So that is a little bit about who I am. And yeah, super excited. So what are our objectives today? Because we, again, have a lot to do. So our objectives for the presentation today are we're going to talk about the new WordPress course we've got launching. We're also going to do some Taylor's Tech Talks updates. So we're going to be talking about some changes that are going to be coming to the Taylor's Tech Talks community. Finally, we're going to end with some Taylor's Accessible Branding Solutions news, because we've got some of that as well. And obviously, we're going to have questions throughout the presentation, because what would a live stream be without chat? So we're going to have some of that sprinkled in. And if you're in the chat, feel free to say hi. And if you're on Clubhouse, we will be doing live Q&A on Clubhouse as well. We're going to be doing live Q&A throughout the presentation. So what we're going to do is after each section, I'm going to pause for questions, because since we've got a lot to do, and that way I'm able to pause for each section, and that way y'all can ask your questions, and then we can move on to the next section. So if that sounds like a good plan, then let's go ahead and get started with our first plan here, which is our WordPress group course. So I just mentioned that we are going to be doing a WordPress group course. And what this is it's going to be a 10-week live Zoom webinar, not really webinar, I should say, a Zoom class. So if you've ever wanted to build your own website, but maybe you're not sure how, but maybe you're interested in the process, or maybe you're interested in building a website so that you can get online and have an awesome website to show to your employers or to others on the internet as kind of your home and a portfolio, then this will be the perfect course for you. So if you fit into any of those categories, you should definitely check this out, or if you're an entrepreneur who wants to improve their web presence as well. Who is this course good for? We kind of covered that a little bit, but again, entrepreneurs, people who are maybe looking for a job and need a website or portfolio, or just anyone in particular who wants a home on the internet. It doesn't have to be for a job. Maybe you're doing this for a personal project. Just anyone who is interested in building a website for themselves. Course objectives. So the course objectives are going to be very straightforward, and I have a full description on courses.taylораccess.com. If you're on YouTube, that link will be in the description. But courses.taylораccess.com is going to be the place where you can go and register. And so our objectives are, by the end of the course, you should be able to have the knowledge to build your own website that looks visually presentable, appealing, and is an excellent representation of yourself. So let's kind of take, this one at a time, right? Because obviously that's the main course objective. But what is the objectives in general? So, the first part of this is we want you to be able to understand the fundamentals, right? The things that you always need to know. So, domains, hosting, what is WordPress? Why is it important to have a website? What can a website do for you? So, benefits. So, that'll be a lot of the first part of it is benefits and how to get a website. Then we will move on to installation of WordPress and talking about what WordPress is. We will go ahead and then go into some things about accessibility, right? Talking about, the importance of accessibility, talking about how to make your website accessible, and just spending some time talking about accessibility, because here at Taylor's Accessible Branding Solutions, we believe that accessibility needs to be built in from the start, and that making sure your website is accessible is just like making sure that your website is online. So we really emphasize that in our branding, and we also emphasize that in our course. So we will be spending some time with accessibility. Then you will learn about plugins. So the plugins are the part of the website that helps extend existing functionality on the WordPress platform, or help to add new functionality that may not be present. And then we'll talk about themes, which is kind of the visual style of your website. We'll talk about the themes that I recommend. One of those is GeneratePress. They've got a free and a paid version. And if you're interested in GeneratePress, Michael B is who I found out about it from. He's the stream, master. And I love GeneratePress. So it's a fully customizable WordPress theme, and it's really awesome. So if you want to check that out, you can go to taylorstechtalks.com/GP. The link is also in the description. And that is an affiliate link, FYI, but that does go help support the channel. And if you decide to buy it, but they also have a free version, which is really awesome as well. So we'll be talking about my recommendations. And then after we talk about themes and plugins, obviously we need to build your site, right? Your website's kind of a shell at this point. So we'll be talking about how to build your site. We'll be talking about, how to add content, how to make it your own. How to not say this is a WordPress site, right? Because that's a common question I get with WordPress is how do I make it unique and how do I make it able to be, my own? And so we're going to go through that. And then from there, after that, we'll kind of go into, security, and we'll talk about, different plugins that will be of assistance and kind of helping you to build a website that is fully appealing. And then obviously we're going to talk about design. We're going to have my awesome designer, Lauren Flinner. She's actually going to be co-teaching this course with me. And so she will be on the Zoom calls as well. And she is our visual guru. She is just awesome. So we're going to have her on as well, doing some design. So you'll actually have a website that actually looks presentable, not just as on there, right? But it's actually looking presentable and visually appealing. So that should be pretty exciting. So we'll go into design, and then we'll kind of talk about maintenance of the site. How do I keep track of it after I am done with this course? And how do I maintain it? How do I add content? How do I make it my own? And maybe how do I even post to social media if that's what I'm interested in? So long story short, the objectives are that you will be able to have a website that you are proud of. Not only that you're proud of, but you're able to show off to others, and that is a good representation of yourself, and that you're able to gain the skills in order to be confident with the WordPress platform. So those are some high-level overview objectives. Again, the full list of the objectives is on courses.taylораccess.com, so feel free to check that out. Do I have any questions about the course objectives before I move on? Either on Clubhouse or on YouTube?
And Clubhouse, if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand and we can get you up here. I've got Tyson up here. And maybe if I can work some magic, you'll actually be able to hear Clubhouse if I push the right button. So
that would be nice. That would be awesome.
Robert has something to say, so let me invite
Who does?
Robert on Clubhouse. I'm going to bring Robert on. Give me a second while I bring him up. Invite a speaker. And we've got a couple of viewers on YouTube or on Clubhouse. So let me bring Robert on. Oh, Doug and Robert have questions. So.
Okay, folks, this is awesome. So yeah, I want to answer the questions. What?
So I'm going to start with Doug. Doug, can I get an audio check? Are you there?
Is he there?
Are you there, Doug? It's going good. Can you hear him, Taylor? Say something, Doug.
Yes.
Taylor, do you hear him?
Can you repeat that, Doug? It was very quiet.
You just said
Hello?
yes.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Your volume's really quiet, Michael B. I can hear him, but I can't barely hear him.
Okay. Let me bring him up a little bit. All right. There you go. Go ahead, Doug.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if that works.
Sorry, folks, while we get some things ironed out here.
What's your question, Doug? And
Yeah.
I will relay it if I have to.
Well, basically, I am just going to say this. I can even say, for viewers out there, it's more of a comment. I can say for viewers out there that I've worked with Taylor in learning WordPress a little bit. And it's been a big help because I didn't know, and I was a slow learner. And we worked together for a little bit, and it went well. It was great for me. So yeah.
Good. So if you didn't
Can you
hear
relay that
Taylor-
for YouTube?
Yep, he said that he has worked with Taylor in the past, and he's learned a lot about things with WordPress, and it's gone good for him as well. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Sue on, and we can see if you can hear Sue better here in a moment.
Okay.
I'm wondering, I'm looking at starting a blog. Would this be a good class for someone who wants to get into the blogosphere?
So Sue is looking to start a blog, and she's wondering if this would be a good class for someone who's looking to get started in the blogosphere.
Oh, yes, because throughout the course, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about how do I get a blog, and kind of this site is, this course is great for those who want to get a website, right? You know, we're going to be talking about personal websites, but we're also going to be talking about blogs because it's always important. And again, Michael B., who owns yourownpay.com, which you all should check out, and the DM series, Demasi and Michael, Talkin' Tech, which you all should check out as well. You know, it's very important, he'll agree, that having content, even if it's a site that you're going to show off to employers, having website content like a blog is super important. And so blogging is definitely something we're going to be talking about throughout the course.
Perfect. I appreciate that. Did that answer your question, Sue? Okay, I think you said yes, it did. I didn't hear you, but I'm going to go ahead and bring, looks like we have Robert Malanda. I'm going to bring him up. And Robert, when you come on up, go ahead and ask your question. And if you've already asked your question in Clubhouse, please feel free to go ahead and mute yourself, because right now I cannot mute you.
Yep.
I would greatly appreciate it to eliminate background noise, because we have a convoluted setup that I did not test the aspect of bringing people on stage, which next time I will test that. But go ahead, Robert.
That is okay.
Yes, nice to talk to you, Taylor and Mike. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing good, Robert.
Oh, okay. So greetings from Zimbabwe. I'm very happy to be meeting Taylor, and from what I'm seeing in her streams, they are very educative and informative. I think I'll be happy to enroll in the course. So my question is, what is the cost of the course, and what is the duration of this course?
Yeah, so I want to get into that in just a little bit. I want to kind of keep on topic a little bit because I am going to cover that. But I will address that question. What I can tell you right now is the duration is going to be 10 weeks, starting October 5th every Tuesday. I'm not even sure what time it'll be for you. Like I said, it's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central time every Tuesday starting October 5th. And I will talk about the cost, but I just want to go over some other information before I go over that information, if that is okay.
No, it's all right. So I'll be waiting because I'm already listening on the stream. So thank you so much. I think 10 weeks is fairly a good time to learn something.
It'll give you plenty of, thank you for joining us, Robert.
Yeah.
It'll give people plenty of time to get familiar. And Taylor, were you able to hear Robert better now?
Yes, I was, so thank you for that.
Perfect. Yep, fix that level. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the next person on. If you've already asked your question, please go ahead and kindly mute yourself to avoid background. And I'm going to bring up a Kevin Roberts now. Kevin, you should be on anytime. Go ahead with your question.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, Kevin. How are you?
How you doing?
Yeah, I saw your YouTube chat, which we're gonna do YouTube chats after Clubhouse.
Okay, good deal. And I got the stream paused on YouTube, so.
Cool.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate that. Hey, what's up?
I'm here double.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry I missed. So explain to me about the course again, because I completely missed half of it because I just got back from lunch. So I missed some of it.
Okay.
So how is it gonna work exactly? And you said it's.
So all I did was I did the objectives. I actually didn't go over a lot of the other information. All I talked about was the objectives. And for sake of time and everything else, right? You like I said, once this event's done, you can kind of go back to the back, like to the beginning as well when I talked about the objectives. But I actually really haven't gone over how the course is going to work. So actually, you're in perfect timing.
Yep, you didn't miss much at all.
Sounds good. Thank you. Oh, by
Cool.
the way, just a question. How do you get this? Because you're not even on Clubhouse. How in the world do you get this set up?
I have an audio mixer that I'm bringing my phone into, and I'm sending the signal into Zoom, and then I'm sending Taylor's signal back into Clubhouse. We can talk about that on another Clubhouse.
That might be on another stream.
There we go.
There we go.
Great questions. So Taylor,
Hey,
that's all the questions we have on Clubhouse right now.
Somebody else is trying to say something, I think.
Oh, go ahead, Doug.
It's 8:15 by the way in Zimbabwe right now, just for your time information.
Oh, geez, that might be in the middle of the night. Oh, my. Okay. Well, again, if we have a lot of enrollees that are not in the U.S., we will figure it out. But right now, that is currently the tentative time plan. But we're just going to kind of see what happens. But it will always be on demand as well. After the course airs, there will be an on-demand version as well.
Alrighty, so go ahead and go to your live chats, Taylor, while I get my phone fixed.
All right. So the only live chat that we have was from Shafiella. She said, he or she, I'm not sure, said, what if I can't afford the fee for the course? That's a great question, right? If you're not sure what the fee is, or maybe you heard it on some of my other streams. What I would say is, unfortunately, like I said, there's not a whole lot I can do. But what I can say is, I have a lot of great free tutorials on my YouTube channel. And I would say I hope that those could at least get you started. It's just that, the course is going to be a premium product and that I'm going to have for sale through my company. But what I would advise you to do is start with some of my free tutorials that can help get you started on the right foot. And then maybe, you could always get some individual training if you need help on certain portions, because that could be a lot cheaper. All depends on what your needs are. So those are kind of what I would say, and I hope that helps address that question, Shafiella. Okay. Let's see here. What do we got going on here? We have... Okay. Making sure that I've got chat reading twice, which is fine. All right. So, I believe that's all the YouTube questions that I have at the moment. But what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to go ahead and move on to our next part of our outline, and then we'll do questions again after that. So we're going to kind of have a decent flow here. So, we go back to OneNote. All right. Prerequisites. Now, I put this section in here because I want to make some things clear. And again, it's not to say that I'm trying to, discourage certain users from taking the course. But I put these prerequisites in here so that I can ensure that all the students are going to be successful, because that's honestly my number one goal. So just keep that in mind when I start reading off these prerequisites, is that it's not trying to say, hey, this is what I expect. It's just I want everyone to be successful, and these things will guarantee that you will have a higher chance of success. So just keep that in mind before I go into some of these. So obviously, the first one is pretty straightforward. A stable internet connection for Zoom meetings. These are going to be live broadcasts, right? So they're going to be live over Zoom. They're going to be in a private Zoom meeting with me and the rest of the students, and of course, Lauren. And so it's going to be important that you have a good enough internet connection where you can talk and interact, and also work on your website while we're doing courses, right? While we're doing the course. So having a stable internet connection is imperative to make sure that you're able to be successful, because it's going to be a lot of streaming and in Zoom meetings and all that sort of fun stuff. So I just always have to put that one in there so that everyone is clear. We are going to be doing a on-demand version of the course after this one is launched. After the 10-week duration, we are going to be doing another version of the course that will be live and on demand that can be purchased at any point. You should be an extremely advanced technology user. So what do I mean? Well, you need to have a lot of familiarity. If I can actually speak, that would be great. With using your computer. So whether you're on Windows or Mac or, even Linux, I don't care what operating system you're on. You just need to be familiar. You need to know how to use the internet. You need to know how to use your computer, navigate things. This is not a beginner's course for using the internet or the computer or any of that stuff. This is not that kind of course. You're going to be doing advanced web things. You're going to be making things and, dealing with advanced applications possibly. And so having that knowledge, you need to be familiar with your computer where you can feel like day one, I can go in and make a website. Now, how do I, deal with my browser? Right, so you need to have all your ducks in a row. And for those blind users out there and other people with disabilities, this is going to be a fully accessible course. So if you are blind or have another disability, this is going to be a fully accessible course, meaning that you will be learning how to do this from an accessibility perspective. But even if you're not, I still recommend taking the course, as you'll be able to learn from me as well, but other people who may have accessibility challenges, and we can all learn together and make a better website for everyone. And you can kind of learn from people who may be in different backgrounds. So with that being said, y'all need to have advanced screen reader knowledge or magnifier or other assistive technology knowledge. I can't say this enough. Here's the thing, y'all. This is a website building course. This is a development course. This is a advanced applications course, meaning that you are going to be dealing with that kind of thing. It's going to be a very crazy, very crazy thing. So you need to know how to deal with your website, and you need to know how to deal with your. Excuse me. You need to be able to know how to deal with, interacting with websites online. You need to know how to make documents. Like you need to have very advanced screen reader knowledge. So and that's kind of very hard to do. Okay, sorry, we're getting a ton of YouTube chats, and it's pretty crazy, and I'm getting them read 4 or 5 times, so it's pretty fun. So sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so does that make sense? Let me go over. Let's see here. And, the last one. Have a strong desire to learn, right? Have a very strong desire to learn. And, be able, to take the challenges, because there will be challenges. And having this motivation to learn is definitely the next best part, right? You want to make sure that you're motivated and that you actually want to do this, because it can be challenging, and sometimes it can be a little bit crazy. So having that motivation to do that. Okay. So those are some of the prerequisites. Do I have questions about the prerequisites? I know I've got a ton of YouTube chats, but do I have any Clubhouse? Let's start with Clubhouse, and then we'll go to YouTube. That's kind of how I want to do the flow.
So if anyone on Clubhouse has any questions, go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your questions. Interrupt me. I got no problem with being interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't like dead air. That's my radio back.
I don't like that either. So if we don't, then I'll go to YouTube.
If we don't, if someone does, Taylor, I will interrupt you and let you know. If someone does ask something, then I will let you know. But if I'm understanding correctly, what you're telling us is that we need to be comfortable with our screen reader and using it, because this is not a how to use your screen reader
Yes.
course. This is a how to use WordPress.
Yeah.
And you need to be motivated to actually push through any challenges you might encounter.
Yes, you're indeed correct. Right? This is not, again, this is it can be a great reward, right, to do this by like, hey, I want to build a website. But it can be challenging. There are problems. There are issues. There are crazy things that happen. There are crazy things that happened to me today. Let's just face it. I had just crazy things with my WordPress websites. So,
hey, Taylor, we have a comment on Clubhouse.
Okay.
I will say this, because when I was learning through the training I took personally through WordPress, I will say this. There were some challenging experiences, but I breezed through it, and I want to say encouragement to all of you who want to learn. It can be done. And
it can.
There's going to be challenges, and it can get frustrating, but just know that the work will pay off in the end.
It will. And yeah, Doug was one of my former students as well. So he went through my training as an individual student. And, he is one of my former students as, the training. And like I said, he's right. There were challenges, but we persevered, and that's what y'all can do as well.
Exactly.
Okay.
Tyson with a question.
Go ahead.
Hey, Taylor.
Hey.
So a couple of questions for you.
Yeah.
Number one is, granted, the knowledge and accessibility use of the screen reader is kind of a prerequisite. However, though, we know that with different applications come different keyboard commands, so you'll be going over those.
Oh, absolutely. I don't expect you to know WordPress keyboard commands. That is unreasonable. Gotcha. But I expect you to know how to use your operating system so that you can implement those commands.
Of course. The second question would be, part of the explanation is going to be what the different elements within the website structure are.
Oh, yeah.
For example, banners versus headers versus footers.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be that fundamentals.
Kind of fun, happy stuff.
Yeah, that's all that fundamental stuff that it would take me 2 hours to even explain it all. I mean, to, go through all the crazy little things.
Okay, thank you.
Does that help?
It does. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for your question, Tyson. Appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Okay. Any other questions on Clubhouse? If not, we're going to go to YouTube. And I don't even know what I was saying beforehand, Michael, so that conversation might just have to die. I don't even know what I was talking about before we had some
One
Clubhouse.
further question from Tyson, guys.
Oh, go ahead.
Are you going to provide resources or have any resources available for things like graphic design logos and stuff like that?
Yes, we are going to be doing that. In fact, here at my company, Taylor's Accessible Branding Solutions, we do logos. Obviously, that'd be a separate cost, right? But we do. We have an awesome logo designer on staff, Lauren Flinner, who has also been in some of my videos. If you haven't checked out my 5-hour stream on Saturday that I did, you might want to go check that out. I did a long stream, and we did some design work, so you can kind of see how she does it. She's also blind, but she's got, low vision, and she's just incredible. So Lauren Flinner does our logos, and she just does an awesome job. So we have logo design resources. We've got design resources as well, if that's something that y'all are interested in.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right, Taylor, well, I'm going to go ahead and step away for half a moment because I've got to run and get a kid ready for school. So go ahead and jump into it. Clubhouse can still hear you, and I will let Clubhouse know when I'm back if anyone has any questions.
All right, so we've got some YouTube questions. So I'm probably going to butcher some of these names, and I'm going to say I apologize for that. As you know, text-to-speech software, maybe you guys don't know. I see that we do have a couple new faces on the YouTube channel. So I might as well just make this disclaimer. Obviously, or at least maybe it's not apparent, right? Maybe I've got video, maybe I look awesome, but I am blind, right? I am a blind content creator. And so I use text-to-speech software to read my chat messages. That's kind of how it is. But obviously you know that text-to-speech sometimes doesn't do very good with some of these names. So if I butcher them, I apologize. The first question from Shafiella. Shafiella, I'm going to try to paraphrase and quote this question. I'm from Afghanistan. As you know, things are not going well over there. Yes, we are very aware of what's going on in Afghanistan. And again, I, send all my condolences and, trying to deal with all that fun stuff. Because, yeah, obviously, and I can't afford the fee, but I would really like to have my own website. What can you do? Well, it's, like I said, and this is something we're going to have to talk case-by-case basis, right? But there's not, maybe we can do, like, a modified version of a course at some point. If somebody can't afford the full $300, but needs certain things, right? Or needs training in these areas, maybe a specialized group of people that may need the same kind of thing, we could see about possibly doing that in the future. But right now, I'm just not sure what I can provide that would be helpful, just because I have the price point that will helpful. And again, if we need to do payment plans as well, I don't really have those set up right now just because of it kind of be crazy to deal with. But again, we're going to see what happens, right? We're going to see what happens. And if we need to do something like that, we can work it out on a case-by-case basis. But, and that's something that you're going to have to email me about. And that email is taylor@tayloraccess.com. So that is the email address that you're going to have to do. So if you guys have a special circumstance, here's what I'm going to say to do. Email taylor@tayloraccess.com. That is my email address. That is for my company. And then at that point, we can try to conversate and we can try to work out specifics for your situation. Because, we're going to see what we can do, right? But as of this moment, that is what we have set up. But I'm always willing to work with people. I just have to be reasonable and also make sure that my ends are covered and try to help you guys at the same time. So hopefully that helps. All right. The next question is from, let me see here.
Taylor, I have a question on Clubhouse for you.
Oh, go ahead.
From Robert. Go ahead, Robert.
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity once again. And what if someone already has a website and they want to? I already have a website, so I want to know if I do qualify for this course, or I need to be creating a new website altogether. Or it's entirely
How much, let me ask you this. How much existing knowledge do you have of WordPress?
bits and pieces, here and there. I can't really say much.
Bits and pieces.
So yes.
Okay. Let me ask you this then. Everyone's gonna be creating a new website for the course, but just so that you can all get the practice. But, you could apply what you're learning to your existing website. If that's what you feel like, for example. But obviously we're gonna be making a website, just kind of depends, right? But, what I'm saying, you can kind of apply the skills. But we're gonna be starting from the very, very basics, and that's kind of why I asked that question. Or do you think it'd make more sense for you to have maybe an individual plan? Individual training.
Well, I think it would be fine. I think it would be fine if I start from scratch, because
Okay.
this website was created. Yeah, so
Then,
thank
you know what? That's fine. Then I would say if you really want to, go ahead and enroll, which I'm going to talk about in the next section of the outline, if you're interested in that. Enrollment will close. So here's the thing, y'all. We're going to have 5 spots to start. We can go up to 8, but we're going to have 5 slots open at first. Okay? So after those 5 spots are filled, we're going to only accept 8 maximum, and that is it. And that is because we want to give the best quality of education and training we can, and we want to make sure that everyone benefits. So that's why I'm going to keep the class sizes small.
Thank you, Taylor.
Okay. All right, Michael, I got another question on YouTube. I'm not really sure how I'm going to approach that one, so just give me a moment to think about that. And again, if you want to see it, Michael, just go on the YouTube live chat. But that is the answer to that question, Robert.
Well, why don't you jump into the next thing, and I will take a look at that YouTube live chat, and we can address that in a moment. If you want to jump into your next section, and we can work on.
Yeah. All right, let's go in the next section. So, maybe voiceover. You're not helping me right now. All right. So, enrolling. So this is what y'all have been waiting for, right? This is where I'm going to talk about the juicy stuff, the price, and all that fun stuff. So, to enroll, you're going to visit courses.taylораccess.com, and that is where you can create an account. And once you create that account, you're going to get access to the course. And the cool thing about this system, y'all, is that it was fully built on WordPress. I built this actually this weekend, a lot of it, and then I refined it, throughout the weekend and throughout the first part of the week. But I refined it, and the cool thing is that I built a lot of this on stream. So check out that membership stream that I did. I believe it was on Saturday. It was 5 hours and 22 minutes long. But I built a lot of this site, and basically what it will allow you to do is once you register, you'll have access to the site. And then from there, what will happen is you'll be able to, you'll pay for this the course, and then every week after the course is done, there will be a resources tab that gets uploaded on that course. So it's almost like you have an LMS, learning management system. And you can view the course online. You can look at the videos. If you missed a week, you can look at the resources that I posted. You can be able to interact with others and have that. And we're also going to have a Discord server as well. So that is going to be that kind of thing. But basically, you'll log in. You'll create your account, you'll log in, and then you'll have full access. And then what we're going to do is, before the course starts, I will be sending out a Zoom meeting to everyone that is enrolled for the first day of class. And what I'm going to say is, after the first day of class, enrollment preferably is going to close at the beginning of October, just to give everyone time. I'm really not going to allow late enrollment because that could kind of screw things up. So once October 5th hits, the deadline has passed. And we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so that kind of makes sense on that front. Now, the price. This is all we've been waiting for. So for the 20 hours of instruction that you get, because it's going to be a 10-week course, 2-hour lessons every week, starting Tuesdays, October 5th, and at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, 4 Pacific. So that'll be on Zoom. It'll be live. And the course for the 20 hours of instruction, the price is $300 US, in case there are people that are not watching that are not from the US. That includes everything that you'll really need to get started. And, that will also include, helping with some basic designs and that kind of thing, and some hosting as well for hosting your sites if you choose, to do that, or if you already have your own hosting, but it will definitely include all of those things. So the price is $300 US, just one time per the 10-week course. So that is the price. Like I was saying, we're going to have a maximum of 8 students at the max, but we're going to have 5 slots open at first, and if we need to open up more, we can, but no more than 8. Once that 8 spot limit is reached, we are done. Okay? Again, and that's just to ensure that quality of training, right? Because I want to make sure that everyone gets a great experience, and that's why I'm keeping class sizes small.
Question?
Yep, so, what?
Tyson has a question.
Okay, hold on a second. I've got a couple more things to say, and then I will go ahead and address that question. All right. The last thing is the recordings will be available the day after class in the portal. So I'll send an email, be like, hey, y'all log into the course portal to see the recordings, and they will be online, ready for your viewing. So you can log into the portal and log in and view the recordings, and you can also download them as well. Tyson, I'm ready to take your question.
You actually answered the very question I had.
Awesome.
Would there be recordings available of them, and or any additional documentation regarding things like I had asked before?
Yes.
Like a
there will be.
step-by-step,
Yep.
Do this, do that, do the other.
And if you're not sure about our portal, you can actually go to courses.taylораccess.com. And you can actually look at the free sample course. Obviously, you'll have to create an account, but that's because I want you to see the full experience. But you can literally go to courses.taylораccess.com, and you can see how the course portal is laid out. And again, this was completely constructed in WordPress. So I'm literally using the same technology that I'm teaching y'all, which is pretty exciting. So if you want to see how that's constructed, go to courses.taylораccess.com, and then you can create your account and view the free sample course if you're interested. So there'll be recordings, there'll be resources, there'll be command sheets, there'll be all the things that you need to be successful.
Taylor, can I jump in with a comment?
Go ahead, Michael.
So I want to address a couple of things in the live chat that I'm seeing on the YouTube channel. We understand that, first of all, let me be fully transparent. I am not teaching this course with Taylor. I'm simply helping her with some of the technology things.
Right.
But we do understand that the price is not right for everyone. And,
right.
and that is completely understandable. And we get that. We've referenced, however, Taylor built an entire membership site, actually the courses site that will be used, in a 5-hour-long YouTube live stream on her YouTube channel on Saturday. So if you don't want to pay for instruction and you want to get free knowledge, check out Taylor's website Taylor's YouTube, because there's substantial amount of WordPress creation content that you can get for free.
Yes.
Paying for the course will give you a guided outline of what you need to do when and how to get it done, and you'll have Taylor's direct support. However, if you just need to learn how to build your website, then check out her YouTube videos and follow those videos, and that'll help you out. And a lot of them do include screen reader information as well, as she is an NVDA user. So just wanted to address that. Again, we understand that not everyone can afford it, but for those who are interested in investing and working with Taylor, then head to courses.taylораccess.com.
Yep, and thank you, Michael, for that. And one more question. We got a question about hosting. So that's obviously something we're going to talk about in the course, but here's the thing. I'm not going to really get into this because it's kind of off topic. What, Michael? Oh.
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Well, I said I should be in radio and then hit mute after that, but yeah.
Oops. What I would say is, again, I've got a ton of other videos, but unfortunately this is not, maybe we can do a Q&A at the end of the event once we've done everything. But I really want to keep those kind of questions for later on when we're actually doing, maybe another Q&A at some point. But I would say that there are definitely great hosting providers. I would say DreamHost is what I would recommend for most people. Okay. Any other questions, Michael?
I think that's it. Right.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay. And again, once the course is completed, we'll have a separate on-demand version that can be purchased at any time from the same courses.tayloraccess.com portal. So, yeah, we have that as well. All right. So that is all of the course stuff. That is everything you need to know to see if this would be a good fit for you. That is everything that I've told you, the price, I've told you everything, how it's going to work, everything. So,
Michael, I did have a question.
oh, go ahead, Doug.
Just curious, how much will that on-demand course be purchasable for?
So right now we were thinking about offering it at the same price, right? That could kind of fluctuate, but obviously we're going to see how this course goes, right? But as a current moment at this time in, September 2021, when we're recording this event, we're probably going to offer it for the same price, but again, that could fluctuate.
Okay, just curious. So.
Yep. Good question. Okay. Any more? Any more, Michael?
Not that I am hearing, so I think you're good to go.
All right.
So you wrapping up, or?
Say what now?
I said, are you wrapping up, or do you have another section to go?
Oh, we've got 2 more sections to go.
Perfect. Well, then I'm going to put myself back on mute, and if anyone in Clubhouse has a question, feel free to shout out your name, and Taylor will take you in the order you...
We've got a lot going. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about this. This is going to be archived, and it's going to be on the podcast, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. So.
Oh, I did have one comment.
Oh, go ahead, Doug.
Let's get those subscriptions for Taylor's YouTube channel up, guys.
Yep, let's do it.
Everybody keep subscribing. I want to see about how many subscribers and likes you want. 300.
Well, we've got about 256 right now. Can we get this video up to 10 likes, and can we get 260 subscribers?
Let's do it, guys. Let's do it.
All right. Well, Doug put the challenge in my mouth, so let's do it. Okay. So, speaking of Taylor's Tech Talks, we've got a ton of updates. So, here we go, y'all. This is going to be another Q&A style. I'm going to go through a section, and then you can ask questions. So, we've got a new live stream link. So, what you can do, we've had issues with live streams in the past. And I apologize, right? We schedule them, and then YouTube Live decides to not go live, and then we have to make new links. So we've solved that problem, and every live stream, you'll be able to go to taylorstechtalks.com/live. That will bring you to the exact live stream we're doing right now, and if we're not live, it will bring you to the next scheduled broadcast on Taylor's Tech Talks. And if you're interested, tonight on Michael Dowies' channel, Techopolis, so TECHOPOLISOS.com/YouTube. I'm doing the Techopolis Live channel. We're doing our Techopolis Live Wednesday night show. Myself and Michael Dowies, we do that every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. And we're talking about the Apple event that happened yesterday. So if you're interested in watching that show, feel free to tune in then. Okay, so you can go to taylorstechtalks.com/live, and it will bring up the next scheduled broadcast where you could have YouTube set a reminder. And that way you're reminded whenever you have to, whenever the broadcast is going to start, you can just have it remind you, and then you can be able to know when we're going to go live. So, and obviously follow Tay's Tech Talks on Twitter and follow all the socials, right? Follow the socials, follow all the, the things that are going on there. So that is that question, or not really question, excuse me. That is that link. So any questions about the live streaming? I don't have any YouTube chats. Do I have any Clubhouse?
So that means if you go to live, it'll give you a calendar thing it'll take you directly to the link, live stream link.
Michael, Kevin's really quiet.
Yeah, so Kevin asked if you go to the live page, is it going to show you a calendar so you can see what's coming up next, or what it's going to
I'm going to get to that, actually. So what it will do is it will show you the broadcast that's currently going on. It will redirect to YouTube. in terms of the calendar, we are going to have a Taylor's Tech Talk stream calendar. On the homepage, we do have a calendar. It's just not integrated fully yet, but we're going to have a public Google Calendar where you guys could subscribe if you really wanted to know what's going on for Taylor's Tech Talks and when we're going to be going live. So the live link will have the newest scheduled broadcast, but the calendar will be on the homepage where you can see all the events that are going to be coming up in the next however long. Right, we're going to schedule recurring events for Taylor's Teardowns and that kind of thing. So does that help?
I don't hear Kevin now, but hopefully that helps Kevin.
Okay. Any other Clubhouse?
Not that I'm hearing.
All right, we've got 5 likes on this thing so far, y'all. So we're halfway there. Okay. So, let's see here. Tip jar. So we've had a Patreon system. We've had different systems over the years. And again, it's not, or over the year, whatever. I don't even know. It's not that we're trying to switch frequently, but we're just trying to figure out what works best for you, right? Because obviously you guys know that producing free content is great. I love it. But now that I have a company and stuff, there are times where having a donation system would be helpful to make sure that Taylor's Tech Talks continues to be free and also continues to produce quality content. So, we've tried Patreon, which has had issues, and we also had a membership system. What I think we're going to do, instead of all of that, is we're going to have a tip jar. So, you can literally go to taylorstechtalks.com. On the bottom of the website is literally a tip form, and you can literally tip however much you want, or you could tip on a recurring basis. So, what I think we're going to do, and this is what I've discussed with everyone so far, the Discord server will still be a thing. So if you want to go ahead and join that Discord server, you can tip, and then it will allow you to join the Discord. So if you tip recurring, so you do monthly or something, then you can be on the Discord. And if you do it once, then it'll be for those recurring members monthly. That's what we're gonna do for the tip jar. But basically, you just put in your information, and then it will get sent off, and it's processed by Stripe, which is very secure. So we're going to do that instead of all the Patreon tiers because I think it'll be a lot easier for everyone and it will be a lot more streamlined for me and it will help me produce better content and help reduce the friction. So again, that link is taylorstechtalks.com and on the bottom of the website, there is a tip jar form and there will be a taylorstechtalks.com/support. I just couldn't put the page up in time. Any questions about the jar? And again, you don't have to donate, but if you feel like you're getting value out of Taylor's Tech Talks and you want to help see it grow, then feel free. Every little bit helps to try to ensure the channel is successful and the content is quality. Any questions about that?
This is Doug coming in with a question or a comment, actually.
Yeah, Doug, what's up?
I will actually consider donating once I get paid. I will go ahead and do a recurring payment of maybe $5 a month if that's going to be fair enough.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, thank you so much.
And I'll be able to join the Discord server with
you
guys, and it'll be fun. So.
We've got an awesome Taylor's Tech Talks community over there, y'all. If you're not there, you should because we've got tons of people over there. We're doing a whole bunch of things, and I'm going, doing different Discords. We got a voice channel, so if y'all want to talk about something, you could just go and voice it anytime and talk about whatever you want to talk about. Or we've just got a lot going on, so. Taylor's Tech Talks Discord, if you recurring tip. But again, if you have any issues or you're not getting a link or something's not working right, just email me. Things happen, especially with this new system, right? It was obviously tested, but sometimes there's glitches. And if there's bugs, that happens. But just email me and we'll get it straightened out.
What's the minimum for the Discord thing?
Really... Honestly, like I said, if you tip at least something every month, you're going to get it. Something on a monthly basis. I don't really have a set fee, but if you're going to tip something, then I will give it to you, right? Because at least you're showing ongoing support, no matter how big or how little. But if no matter what you do, like I said, as long as, it will definitely be a monetary gift of any kind throughout the month, every month. That would definitely be good, just as long as it's just something, I don't really have a set price just because it is a tip jar system. Does that help, Kevin? Any other Clubhouse questions? Okay. Oh, Michael?
I said I think you're good to go.
Okay, so tip jar is handled, again, taylorstechtalks.com, and there will be /support once I get that link going. That should be going by this afternoon. All right, here's the moment y'all have probably been waiting for, a podcast update. So y'all probably know that my podcast has been lagging behind. It's not for empathy of trying and, crazy things like that. But when you do these long live streams, sometimes they're just way too big for Pinecast to handle, and they sound like absolute garbage by the time they're done, because you have to try to compress them. So I thought that there is got to be a better way, and there is. So here's the thing. We've got a new RSS feed. We found a service yesterday called ListenBox. And ListenBox will basically help take a YouTube channel and make it a podcast. Right? So basically what it will do is it will take your YouTube channel and create RSS feeds, both audio and video, and help make it a podcast that will automatically update and go into iTunes. So there is a new RSS feed. I don't know if it got updated in iTunes, but I'm going to be sending out a message about that as well. So once that RSS feed is out, then you should be getting all 48 current Taylor's Tech Talks episodes. So there are 48 episodes, which include all my videos, all my streams, and everything. And it will auto-update every time a stream is passed. So if you prefer to listen to something in an audio format, you can do that just by subscribing to Taylor's Tech Talks. Once the new feed gets redirected and everything gets approved and fun stuff like that. And it will be on all your devices as well. So the podcast is going to be continuously updated, and we're not going to have that problem anymore. Any questions about the podcast? Let me see if YouTube chat's been pretty quiet.
You don't have any new YouTube chats, and it doesn't sound like there's any questions in Clubhouse
Nope.
right now. Pretty straightforward. She keeps threatening me with a huge amount of podcasts, and so I'm casually opening my podcast app and concerned about my sanity with all the podcasts that are coming down. So, no questions right now, Taylor.
Okay, yep, we got 4 people in chat watching on YouTube. We got 6 likes. Let's get 4 more. What?
We do have a question.
So we shouldn't have to resubscribe then on the podcast app then.
Shouldn't have to.
You shouldn't have to resubscribe. That is correct. As soon as everything propagates, it should switch the RSS feed over to her new RSS feed. However, she is going to be sending out notifications of the new feed in case someone wants to directly subscribe and not wait for the propagation.
Yep.
The internet is a slow, ancient beast.
Yes. Very slow. And again, if you're not subscribed to YouTube and you can't find the link, taylorstechtalks.com/YouTube will automatically prompt you to do it. So, I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Now you tell me.
Say what?
I said, now you tell me.
What?
I was looking for your video and I had to go through my notifications to find it, but I found it.
Yeah, Taylor's Tech, video for...
The live stream that we're on right now. So
okay, yeah, you're trying to find
it. Like there was a question in Clubhouse.
Oh, was there? Okay, go ahead.
I think someone was going to ask something.
I thought so.
Oh, you were saying taylorstech.com/support. I'm guessing that would be a support page for like a support ticket system you're using, or what? How's that work?
For tipping, yes. That will be a tip jar, but it's also on the footer of the website as well. Right now.
It's Tyson with a question.
Go ahead, Tyson.
Hey, could you go ahead and repeat the website address for the course and registration?
Yes, courses.tayloraccess.com.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. And what? And you obviously have a registration payment bot on there, right?
A what? Something about a bot?
Payment?
Yes, Tyson, there is a registration form that you can fill out there and make your payment securely.
Yep,
online.
and it securely is powered by our favorite thing called Stripe. So, yeah, basically you will pay it, and then if you don't, basically what it does is it's a membership plugin. It's like you pay for a membership, and then you'll have access to all that content. And again, if there's issues, just email me and we can sort them out. Right?
All right, that works. Thank you.
Yep. Okay. What do we got going on here?
Do you have other questions on chat? Because
I do not believe we have any more YouTube comments. Again, y'all on YouTube are pretty quiet, so if you're here, feel free to say hi. It's not just in Clubhouse. We've got YouTube going as well, so.
Taylor, if you can wrap it up in 3 minutes, then you can evenly come out with an hour-long stream.
I will try.
I'm kidding.
Okay, I was like, but we've got some
You're
other
over
company
an hour.
updates.
We went live before the top of the hour, so you're over an hour, but that's fine.
Yeah. Well, we've got some company updates that I gotta go over.
Don't worry, the invoice is in the mail.
Okay. All right. So, let's see here. So, company update. So, as y'all may or may not know, Taylor's Accessibility Services LLC has been rebranded to Taylor's Accessible Branding Solutions LLC. The reason we did this is because we have done some research and some customers have requested that we provide website services as well as marketing services and the whole package. And we didn't want to put ourselves into a little bubble called accessibility. Obviously, accessibility is still in our name, right? We talk about accessible branding, but we also not only do that, but we will help with websites, and we can do marketing and logos and just everything that's needed to get yourself an awesome looking brand and that can stand out and help market yourself. So we have renamed ourselves, and so Taylor's Accessible Branding Solutions LLC is going to be, is actually official according to the state, which is awesome. And so that is our new name, and I'm super excited. So I just wanted to put that out there. Okay. All right. Last point on this item is server. So if you are a web hosting customer with us, or maybe you're interested in doing some different things with the company, and I can go over some of our packages if anybody is interested. But the server has been transferred into Taylor's Accessible Branding Solutions LLC's possession. So previously, the server was owned by iAccessibility LLC, aka Techopolis Online Solutions LLC, which is Michael's new company, and now has been transferred into Taylor's Accessible Branding Solutions LLC's possession. What does this mean? It means that my company, so my team and I, are fully in charge of the server, and we are the full system administrators now. Nothing is really going to change in terms of like pricing, obviously for your existing client. But I just wanted to make that clear that Taylor, is the actual server owner of the website and the server, and we are the one that is managing the website and the hosting and all of that stuff. So if you have a connection to Michael, he probably reached out to you and switched the subscription. If not, and maybe you've got a Team Talk server or something with us, we've got a couple of those. Just email me, again, taylor@tayloraccess.com, and we can get things switched over.
Taylor, Doug had a comment.
Go ahead, Doug.
I can say this, guys. I'm also a reseller, so if, once I have my own company, but I am a reseller, I'm on that same exact server, so, yeah.
Yeah. So we do have resellers as well. Right.
So I'm promoting my website for anybody that wants to take a look. Firestormhosting.net is mine. So.
Yep, and you definitely look at that as well. And like I said, we helped him build that, so it's pretty exciting. Okay, so that is what I have in terms of everything. This was a lot. And if anybody wants the outline of everything that I covered, I can put that up somewhere. If anybody just wants the rough outline of everything I talked about, I can throw that up somewhere. But it's literally just in my Microsoft OneNote right now, which I've started to use.
Just go back and watch the YouTube video.
Yeah, go watch the YouTube, the podcast.
I'm going to go watch YouTube to see how my audio level sounded so I can do this for other people.
Yeah, and then you could definitely, this would definitely be a good thing for you to do for your company.
We'll talk more about that next week.
We will. So, any other questions on Clubhouse? Any questions on YouTube? Any questions at all? I'm gonna
just
go
wanna
one.
remind people, Taylor, real quick, if you are interested, head on over to courses.taylораccess.com.
Yep. And again, I'll be, like I said, once, what I'm going to be doing is I'll be getting the Discord server, and then everyone can be able to get on that. And if you're not familiar with Discord, then we can, try to get that going. But honestly, I prefer Discord over Team Talk. Again, I'm not going to go into all that right now, but honestly, Discord is more mainstreamed, and it's just pretty awesome, and it's pretty accessible as well. I know we were on Discord this morning, Michael B. and I, so we were planning this event on a Discord server. So, So, that is that. So, we're going to have a class Discord server that everyone can be a part of, and we're also going to have email communication as well. We'll have a Google group. So, we'll have 2 ways of communication, but I just want everyone to know that we're going to have a Discord. So, if you want help with others, or you guys want to talk about something as well, or maybe, we want to have a group discussion about something, we can go on Discord real quick if it's something simple, and then obviously we'll meet in class as well. So, that is all I have, and this is a lot. So hopefully y'all learned a lot today. Hopefully you're interested in the course. And again, if you have any questions at all, and maybe you're watching this after the fact, feel free to send me an email. You can also contact me on the contact form. But if you just have questions about different things, just feel free. Like I said, taylor@taylораccess.com is my email, and that will allow you to email me questions, and we can see what we can do. Alrighty, y'all. This has been great.
Thank you, Taylor. And if anyone down Clubhouse has
actually fun. This was actually fun.
I'm glad. I'm glad I made it fun.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yep.
Yes.
And yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap up the Clubhouse room as soon as Taylor ends that live stream, and you guys can head on over to taylораccess.com/YouTube in order to get access to the live stream to review anything she talked about.
Yep, and subscribe as well.
Yeah.
So, we do a lot of these things, so you'll definitely want to be subscribed, turn your notifications on, like the video, comment, share it with friends, and do all the YouTube things.
Will the thing for tonight be broadcasted on Clubhouse, though, for Techopolis, or will that just be on YouTube?
I don't know if that will be on, probably not, but definitely go on YouTube and do that. But we're going to have a social lounge tonight. So we do our technology social lounges
tonight on Clubhouse, but
yep.
I don't think I can broadcast in Clubhouse this afternoon.
Yep.
Fair enough.
But yeah, if anyone social lounge, but feel free to join the YouTube techopolisos.com/YouTube. That will also be in the YouTube description and the podcast show notes when the podcast gets released to the feed.
And Taylor will probably tweet it out, too, if you're following her on Twitter.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter, Taylor_Art22 or Tay's Tech Talks.
And I'm also following Michael, so yeah.
Well, yeah, follow either one of us.
Okay.
So, that is it. I am out, and have a great day, y'all. What were you going to say, Michael?
I just said I'm ending the room for Clubhouse, so...
I'm going to end the stream.
Room is... Are you sure? Yes, I am sure. Goodbye, room.